Today on Poor Advice, we're going to be making a daiquiri and answering the question how to talk to your family members about politics.
Let's do it.
Let's not.
I'm Drew,
I'm Harry.
and Birdie has disappeared from magic, and
Yep, I went full Doctor Strange and I magicked too much away.
so she's in part of this episode, but not the full episode. She's here in spirit. Her drink is empty.
Spirits, specifically rum.
So, with all that said and out of the way, I'm not an expert.
I am a relative expert. I'm the expert in the room.
Yeah, about some things.
My name's Harry. I'm a bartender in Detroit, Michigan. I'm also an illustrator and a fine artist. I work at a bar called The Keep in Cadillac Square in downtown. So anytime you're downtown, come in, let us make you a cocktail, let us make you a daiquiri. My website is harrywilliamsart.com if you're looking for anything sexy for your wall. I'm on Instagram at Harry M. Williams. And that's what I do.
Hot dog.
Yeah, baby.
So, take everything we say with a grain of salt and a drink. Like this daiquiri. Not your garden variety chain restaurant daiquiri, but what would you call this?
It's a daiquiri. I would call everything else just sugar and horror-induced nightmare fuel.
There you go. Don't
Yeah.
drink those.
Don't drink those.
Drink these. So, stick around until after the advice to see how we made this not sugar-fueled nightmare
Sugar
slurry
fuel.
device.
Sugar is fuel, but not nightmares.
No. But until then, stick around because we've got some advice for you. This week, Tyler asks, how do you talk politics at family gatherings, especially when you disagree with your family?
Let's be honest, you always disagree with your family.
You've seen the show enough to know what Birdie would say at this point, right?
She has a general few cards she pulls out for the advice.
So, card number 1, poop yourself and leave. Card number 2. Read that card. Go ahead and read that card.
Duct tape.
Yeah, fixes everything. Was there another card? Do you have any immediate thoughts on how Tyler can address these problems?
Absolutely. As much as you might want to get upset and like yell at someone and tell them that they're wrong and that they have shitty opinions because there's a likelihood that they're wrong and have shitty opinions, it's definitely the wrong way to approach it. I mean, and also as much as you might want to like, dose someone with psychedelics so you can have a meaningful conversation, it's not the right way to approach it. No, don't drug anyone.
Okay, don't drug. But yeah, what Harry's saying is true. I think being able to see someone else's perspective is very important. And you get to weed out, oh no. Was that the line?
That was the garnish.
Oh, that's why we don't garnish.
That's right.
You get to find out who in your family is psychotic.
Spoiler alert, most of them.
Yeah! I mean, it's all relative.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy for people to convince themselves of things when they, especially with the internet. I mean, the internet's a brilliant tool, but 90% of the things you see on it are bullshit.
Like this show.
If you're aware of logical fallacies, you basically have to like take 20 seconds to digest this massive fallacy sandwich that they've handed you before you can even attempt to respond. Because you're like, oh, we're not talking about the thing, we're talking about the person. Like, oh, we're not talking about the issue, we're name calling.
Right.
Or it's a false equivalency because you want to talk about this thing over here and relate it to what we're actually talking about. And it doesn't help to call them out on that because people don't like, people hate it when you tell them that they're stupid. Even if you don't directly say, hey, you're an idiot and what you just said was stupid, even in a roundabout way, people aren't going to respond well to that. But being able to recognize these things and calmly like steer back to your argument and it's like, this is what we're talking about though, and this is how I feel about this thing, is always going to be helpful.
So, pragmatically speaking, Tyler, what I think you can do with all of this in mind, prepare to excuse yourself.
Yeah?
Momentarily. But have a nice scream pillow. Because you know you're going to get frustrated. You just want to let it all out. So, hit Bed Bath & Beyond on your way to Thanksgiving dinner. Grab a nice, soft, cushy thing that you're just going to want to smash your face into. None of these sequined pillows. That's going to hurt your face. So, Nice quiet room, go to the bathroom, have it stashed in the toilet. Not in the toilet. Tub? No one's showering at Thanksgiving. Stash it in the shower.
Fair enough.
Scream it in the pillow. And then return. With a drink in your hand.
Yeah, alcohol helps. It's Thanksgiving.
Both
like,
hands.
no one judges you for drinking.
Take one to your guest. Be like, hey, I got this for you because I care about you as a person.
Yeah.
And I want to have a
Make
conversation.
them a daiquiri.
Yes.
And remind them they couldn't have that rum without brown people.
Stick around. We're about to show you how to make this daiquiri that has made this conversation as interesting as it was.
Mine was so good it's gone.
Here's a lime.
Who's making me a daiquiri?
That's you, baby. This is your bar.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see if I like
There
rum.
you
Right?
Yeah, we got to make a drink that she's going to enjoy.
I think if there's gonna be a drink that makes her like rum, we got a shot at this being the one.
Okay. So.
Do it.
Because
Okay.
we can't go simpler than this.
Tell me what to do.
All right, so we're gonna do 2 ounces of rum.
It's not the simple
Rum.
syrup. Rum.
In a jigger.
Yes.
Got it. 2 ounces.
Yes, sir. And typically, when you see recipes online, they'll start with the spirit, but when we make drinks, beautiful. When we make drinks in bars, usually we'll start with the cheapest ingredient, just because as a way of saving costs. Like, because if you mess up, you haven't wasted money that way. But yeah, we're doing it recipe
Smart.
style. Again, this is at home. Like, spill all you want, mess up all you want. It's your money. It's your bar.
Permission
That's right.
granted.
Then we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice.
All right.
Just squeezed and juiced, double strained, get all the pulp out.
Lovely.
Pulp's not juice.
Fresh juice.
Don't forget.
Always.
Fresh juice always.
See? It's not just me, guys. It's the
Then
bartender.
we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. And it's a general like standard with cocktails that it's usually equal parts sweetener to citrus. You're just trying to keep those flavors balanced. So typically you'll see like equal parts citrus to sweetener, and if you add those 2 measurements together, you usually get what your spirit is plus maybe half an ounce.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ice.
Yeah.
Into here.
Yeah, you want to fill it as much as you can.
Which that's something we've never done on this show before either. We usually just throw a few cubes in and call it good.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it wrong. We have to start over.
Well, I mean,
All the way over.
Season one
if
was
you've,
a lie.
if you've made drinks that you enjoy drinking, I wouldn't say you've done it wrong.
Okay.
But there's just always ways to do it better.
Got it.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
We're learning.
And yeah, when you shake, like typically, if I may,
Yeah.
I would hold it like think of it like a football, but with the cap pointed towards you.
Okay.
Towards you.
Now,
Bam! Like
the
that.
rule on this show is we shake until our hands cold.
Shake until your hands cold. Shake until there's condensation on the tin.
Well, in that case, I don't have to. I can just stop.
That's because we already used it.
Dude.
Shh. They don't know. All right.
We don't make more than one drink.
But shake it hard.
Shake it hard. Shake it fast.
Fast.
Yep. You want to break the ice. Yeah. You want to break the ice. You want to
I
dilute
hope
it.
back.
you use like the highest chipmunk noise.
I feel like this looks stupid. Hold on. Back. Right here. Okay, my hands are cold. It's condensation.
And you could hear the
Is
ice
it broken?
breaking.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It sounds
Okay.
different.
Cool.
Suction.
And double strain it. Yeah. Look at all that froth on there. That's good stuff.
Show the camera.
Woo.
Look at that. All right, double strain it into this pre-chilled coupe glass with a hawthorn on top there, and we have a tea strainer over the glass.
Absolutely.
Here we go. I can hear the froth moving.
Pretty right.
That's beautiful.
Looks good.
Awesome.
Who knows if I'll like it? Oh wait, they
Well.
know. Ish. If I'm drinking it.
If you like it, I can only assume it's because Harry
See, that looks
was our
beautiful.
instructor.
Yeah.
Great.
Gotta
Let's garnish this bad boy.
garnish it. Look at that.
Lime wheel garnish. I'm gonna spin it. Oh.
Pretty.
At the bar, I'd use tongs for that.
That's
Great. Looks
exactly.
great, man. Well done.
Awesome.
Hey, we haven't done magic on this show in a while.
Is that a thing we're doing now?
Would you magic us? Would you magically clean this table?
Sure.
You can
Okay.
snap. or
However you
clap.
need to do it.
Shh. I think I went too far. Check everything. Was there such thing as the thing working too well?
You made the co-host disappear.
Don't blame me.
You're the one that did the magic.
Hey, man. Maybe she just went somewhere else.
Truly, she did.
Yeah. Thank you for your service. I promise we will try not to drink all of the daiquiris.
We appreciate you. And this is for you.
Fell on that grenade. Cheers.
Ooh,
It's delightful.
that is great. That is like no other chain restaurant daiquiri I've ever had.
Yeah, it's not the nightmare slurry. The Daiquiri Day really falls in the summer for a particular reason, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That's right, Daiquiri Day. That's the whole reason we're filming this episode.
National Daiquiri Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the coconut and the vanilla from your rum, it's definitely
Yep.
coming through. The lime has a nice sort of bite.
But you see what I mean? Like, you need that fresh lime juice. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's the only thing that balances out the two other components, which are
Very sweet.
both made from sugar.
I mean, one is basically
One
just
straight
sugar.
up is sugar. The other is made from sugar.
Yeah, that is a good
It's
cocktail.
delightful. But it made a strange transformation over time from this into a hideous sugar monster,
Gallon of
a gallon of type 2 diabetes.
Harry, you're an amazing man. I really appreciate you coming on the show to show us how you make this proper daiquiri.
You're such a good flirt. My pleasure, man. Thank you. Anytime I get the opportunity to extol the virtues of the daiquiri, just because it's such a misunderstood and yet brilliant cocktail, I'm more than happy to.
All right. On that note, thank you so much for watching. On behalf of Birdie not being here, make sure
We got her daiquiri, though.
she drank it all
She drank the whole daiquiri. We got her. She's a rum fan.
in her pajamas.
Nailed it.
Yes. So, make sure you subscribe, you like the video, you share it with your friends, and send us your questions because we love to answer them. Happy days.
Happy Daiquiri Day.
Yes.
Cheers. Full hoof.
Full hoof. That's going to be a hashtag.